I stood at the front of the church, my hands sweating inside my suit. My best friend Eli nudged me. "You look like you're about to pass out, man." I grinned. "I feel like I might." He laughed. "You're marrying the love of your life. You're allowed to be nervous." I looked down the aisle. My mom, Susan, waved at me from the front row. My dad, Richard, gave me a thumbs up. My little sister, Maddie, was already crying. Eli whispered, "You ready?" I nodded. I've never been more ready for anything. The music started. Everyone stood. The doors opened, and there was Lily. She looked beautiful, but her eyes were distant. I told myself it was just nerves. She walked toward me, her father by her side. When she reached me, I took her hand. It was ice cold. I whispered, "You okay?" She nodded, but didn't meet my eyes. "Just a lot of people watching." I squeezed her hand. "It's just us up here." The ceremony began. The pastor spoke about love, trust, and forever. I tried to focus on his words, but I kept glancing at Lily. She barely smiled. When it was time for the vows, I went first. I took a deep breath. "Lily, you are my best friend, my partner, my heart. I promise to stand by you, to laugh with you, to hold you when things get hard. I promise to build a life with you, full of hope and honesty. I love you." Lily's turn. She looked at me, her voice soft. "Nathan, you are the kindest person I've ever known. You make me feel safe. I promise to try my best, to be honest, to love you as much as I can." I smiled, but something in her eyes made my stomach twist. The pastor said, "Do you, Nathan Carter, take Lily Evans to be your wife?" "I do." He turned to Lily. "Do you, Lily Evans, take Nathan Carter to be your husband?" She hesitated, just for a second. "I do." We exchanged rings. The pastor pronounced us husband and wife. Everyone cheered. Eli slapped me on the back. "You did it, man." I laughed. "We did it." My mom hugged me. "I'm so proud of you, Nathan." My dad shook my hand. "You're a good man, son." Maddie threw her arms around me. "You're not allowed to move away, okay?" I grinned. "I'm not going anywhere." Lily stood beside me, smiling for the cameras. I leaned in. "You sure you're okay?" She nodded. "I'm just tired." "It's a big day." Eli handed me a glass of champagne. "To the happiest couple in the world." I raised my glass. "To family. To new beginnings." The reception was a blur of laughter, music, and dancing. My mom and dad danced together. Maddie spun around with her friends, and Eli made everyone laugh with his terrible dance moves. I pulled Lily onto the dance floor. "This is our song." She smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. I remember, I held her close. "I love you, Lily," she whispered. "I love you too." But her voice was shaky. After the dance, I found Eli at the bar. "She seems off. Do you think she's okay?" He shrugged. "It's a lot. Weddings are stressful." I nodded, but I couldn't shake the feeling. My dad clapped me on the shoulder. "You did good, Nathan." "She's a wonderful girl." I smiled. "Thanks, Dad." Maddie joined us. "You two are perfect together." I looked at Lily across the room. She was talking to her mom, her face serious. Eli nudged me. "Go check on her." I walked over. "Hey, you all right?" She looked at me, her eyes shining. "I just need some air." I led her outside. The night was cool. I wrapped my jacket around her shoulders. She looked up at the stars. "Do you ever feel like everything's about to change?" I laughed. "Isn't that what today is?" She smiled, but it faded fast. "I hope you can forgive me for anything I do." I frowned. "What does that mean?" She shook her head. "Nothing. Just wedding jitters." I kissed her forehead. "We're in this together, no matter what." She nodded, but her hand trembled in mine. I told myself it was just nerves. But deep down, I knew something was wrong. The reception was in full swing. Laughter, clinking glasses, music. I tried to relax, but Lily kept glancing at me, her smile tight. I caught her staring at my family more than once. Eli handed me a drink. "You look tense, man." I forced a laugh. Just tired. It's been a long day. He grinned. You're married now. You can finally breathe. I nodded, but my chest felt tight. My mom, Susan, came over. You two look so happy. I'm so proud of you, Nathan. I hugged her. Thanks, Mom. My dad, Richard, raised his glass. To the Carters, to family. Maddie joined us, eyes shining. Best wedding ever, Nate. I smiled, but Lily was nowhere to be seen. Suddenly, the music stopped. The DJ cleared his throat. The bride would like to say a few words. I turned, surprised. Lily stood at the front, holding the microphone. Her hands shook. She looked at me, then at the crowd. Thank you all for coming. I know today is supposed to be about love and new beginnings. But I can't start this marriage with a lie. A hush fell over the room. She took a shaky breath. I have a secret. I need to confess it now, before we go any further. My heart pounded. I tried to catch her eye, but she looked away. She continued, before Nathan and I got engaged, I made a mistake. I had an affair with someone in his family. Gasps. Chairs scraped. My mom's hand flew to her mouth. My dad's face went white. Maddie started crying. I stood frozen. Lily, what are you doing? She looked at me, tears in her eyes. I'm sorry, Nathan. I couldn't keep lying. You deserve the truth. Eli rushed to my side. Nathan, let's get you out of here. I shook my head. No, I need to hear this. Lily's voice trembled. I never meant to hurt you. I thought I could bury it, but I can't. Not with all of you here. My mom collapsed into a chair. The doctor, Dr. Patel, rushed over. Susan breathed, deep breaths. My dad clenched his fists. Who was it, Lily? She shook her head. I can't say not here. But it was someone close. Maddie sobbed. Why would you do this? Lily's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Evans, looked mortified. Mr. Evans whispered, Lily, please stop. She ignored him. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I stared at her. You waited until our wedding day. She nodded, crying. I couldn't live with the lie anymore. Eli pulled me aside. Nathan, you don't have to do this now. I shook him off. I need answers. My dad stormed out. My mom was still shaking. Maddie buried her face in her hands. Guests started leaving, whispering. The room felt cold, empty. I walked up to Lily. Who was it? She looked at the floor. I can't tell you, not yet. I raised my voice. You owe me the truth. She whispered, I'm sorry. I turned to Eli. Did you know? He shook his head, eyes wide. No, I swear. Nathan. I looked at Maddie. She just cried harder. Dr. Patel helped my mom to her feet. Let's get you home, Susan. My dad was gone. My family was falling apart. Lily tried to reach for me. Nathan, please. I stepped back. Don't touch me, she sobbed. I never wanted this. I stared at her, my world spinning. You destroyed everything. She whispered, I know. I walked out of the hall, Eli following. The night air was sharp. I tried to breathe, but it felt impossible. Eli put a hand on my shoulder. I'm here, man. Whatever you need. I nodded, numb. I just want to wake up and find out this was all a nightmare, he said. I wish I could fix it. I looked back at the hall, lights glowing through the windows. My wedding day was over. My family was broken, and I had no idea who to blame. I sat on the curb outside the hall, my head in my hands. Eli sat next to me, silent. I could hear Maddie crying somewhere behind us. My phone buzzed, non-stop calls, texts, all ignored. Eli finally spoke. You want to go home? I shook my head. I don't even know where home is anymore. He nodded. Your mom needs you. She's with Dr. Patel. I stood up, legs shaking. I have to talk to Lily. Eli grabbed my arm. Are you sure? I nodded. I need answers. I found Lily in a side room, her makeup streaked with tears. She looked up. Nathan, I'm so sorry. I closed the door behind me. Who was it? She shook her head. I can't say. Not yet. I clenched my fists. You blew up my life and you still won't tell me. She sobbed. I was scared. I thought I could move on, but I couldn't. I stared at her. You should have told me before today. She whispered, I know. I'm sorry. I turned away. You don't get to be sorry. Not now. She reached for me, but I stepped back. Don't. She dropped her hand. I never wanted to hurt you. I laughed, bitter. You did anyway. There was a knock. Maddie peeked in, eyes red. Nathan, Mom's not okay. I rushed out. Dr. Patel was helping my mom into a chair. Susan, deep breaths. You're safe. I knelt beside her. Mom, I'm here. She squeezed my hand. Why would she do this? I shook my head. I don't know. My dad was nowhere to be seen. Maddie sat next to Mom, holding her hand. Dr. Patel looked at me. She needs rest. Take her home. I nodded. We'll go. Eli helped me get Mom to the car. Maddie rode with us, silent. At home, I tucked Mom into bed. She stared at the ceiling. Your father left. I sat on the edge of the bed. I'll find him. She closed her eyes. I just want this to be over. Maddie stood in the doorway. Nathan, I'm sorry. I should have said something. I looked at her. Did you know? She shook her head. No, but I knew something was wrong. I hugged her. We'll get through this. She cried into my shoulder. I'm scared, I whispered. Me too. That night I lay awake, staring at the ceiling. My wedding was ruined. My family was broken. And I still didn't know the whole truth. I barely slept. The next morning, I made coffee and sat at the kitchen table, staring at my phone. I needed answers. I needed the truth. Maddie came in, eyes swollen. She sat across from me. Nathan, I'm sorry. I looked at her. Do you know who it was? She hesitated. I think so. But I didn't want to believe it. I leaned forward. Tell me. She shook her head. I can't. I'm scared. I tried to keep my voice calm. Maddie, please. I need to know. She started to cry. It was Dad. The words hit me like a punch. What? She sobbed. I saw them together once. I thought it was a mistake. I thought I was wrong. I stood up, my chair scraping the floor. Dad, are you sure? She nodded, tears streaming down her face. I'm sorry, Nathan. I should have told you. I felt sick. I grabbed my phone and called my dad. He answered on the second ring. Nathan, I tried to keep my voice steady. We need to talk now. He sighed. I figured you'd call. I clenched my jaw. Was it you? Did you have an affair with Lily? He was silent for a long time. Then yes. I closed my eyes. How could you do this to us? To Mom, to me. He sounded tired. It was a mistake. I never meant for it to go this far. I shouted. You destroyed our family. He said, I'm sorry, Nathan. I really am. I hung up. My hands shook. Maddie watched me, scared. I sat back down. Mom can't know. Not yet. Maddie nodded. What do we do? I shook my head. I don't know. I can't believe this. She whispered. I'm so sorry. I hugged her. It's not your fault. She cried into my shoulder. I wish I could fix it. I whispered. Me too. Later, I found Mom in the garden, staring at nothing. I sat beside her. I love you, Mom. She squeezed my hand. I love you too, Nathan. I wanted to tell her the truth, but I couldn't. Not yet. That night, I texted Eli. It was my dad. He's the one, he replied right away. I'm so sorry, man. I'm here if you need anything. I stared at the ceiling, my world spinning. My wife, my father, my family broken by secrets. I didn't know how to move forward, but I knew I couldn't stay silent forever. I couldn't look at my father. I couldn't look at Lily. I packed a bag and left the house. Eli opened his door before I even knocked. He pulled me into a hug. You don't have to say anything. Just come in. I dropped my bag by the couch. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Eli handed me a glass of water. You're not. You're just hurt. I sat down, head in my hands. How could he do this? How could she? Eli sat beside me. Some people are selfish. Some people are weak. I shook my head. I thought my family was different. He sighed. We all do, until we find out the truth. My phone buzzed. It was Mom, I answered. Hey, Mom. Her voice was shaky. I know. Maddie told me everything. I closed my eyes. I'm so sorry, she said. It's not your fault. I'm leaving your father. I can't stay. I nodded, even though she couldn't see me. Do what you need to do, she whispered. I love you, Nathan. I love you too, Mom. After I hung up, Eli asked, What now? I shrugged. I don't know. I just know I can't go back there. He nodded. Stay as long as you need. Later, Maddie called. She was crying. I'm so sorry, Nathan. I should have told you sooner. I tried to comfort her. It's not your fault. None of this is on you. She sniffled. I just want our family back. I sighed. Me too. The next day, my father showed up at Eli's apartment. He knocked, looking tired and older than I'd ever seen him. He said, Nathan, can we talk? I stood in the doorway. Why? So you can explain how you ruined everything. He looked down. I made a mistake. I was lonely. I was stupid. I shook my head. You were selfish. You broke Mom. You broke all of us. He tried to reach for me, but I stepped back. Don't. I can't forgive you. Not now. He nodded, tears in his eyes. I'm sorry. I closed the door. Eli sat beside me. You did the right thing. I stared at the wall. It doesn't feel like it, he said. It will. Give it time. That night, I lay on Eli's couch, staring at the ceiling. My family was gone. My marriage was over. But at least I wasn't alone. Eli's voice came from the kitchen. You want some tea? I managed a small smile. Yeah, thanks, man. He brought me a mug. We'll get through this, one day at a time. I nodded. One day at a time. I stayed at Eli's for weeks. He never complained. He just made sure I ate, made sure I got out of bed. Some days I barely spoke. Other days, I couldn't stop talking about everything that had happened. One morning, Eli handed me the newspaper. You should see this. I read the headline. Local businessman Richard Carter resigns amid scandal. My stomach dropped. It's out. Eli nodded. People talk. Word gets around. I read the article. My father's name was everywhere. His company was letting him go. His reputation was ruined. Eli said, he did this to himself. I nodded, but it still hurt. Later, Maddie called. Mom filed for divorce. She's moving in with Aunt Rachel for now. I sighed. How are you holding up? She sniffled. I'm okay. I just wish things were different. I tried to comfort her. We'll get through this, I promise. She said, I miss you. Come visit soon. I will. That afternoon, I got a text from Lily. I'm sorry. I know you hate me. I lost everything too. My parents won't talk to me. Your family hates me. I have nowhere to go. I stared at the message. I didn't reply. Eli saw me reading. She's reaching out. I nodded. She wants sympathy. He shook his head. She made her choices. I put my phone away. I don't know what I want. Revenge. Closure. I just feel empty. Eli poured us both coffee. You want to know what I think? I looked at him. Sure, he said. You're not the kind of person who gets even. You're the kind who survives. You heal. You move on. I stared at my cup. I don't feel strong. He smiled. You don't have to feel it. You just have to keep going. That night, I walked around the block. The air was cold. I thought about my father, alone in some hotel room. I thought about my mother, starting over. I thought about Lily, isolated and desperate. I realized karma wasn't about revenge. It was about consequences. Everyone who hurt me was facing theirs. The next day, Susan called. Nathan, I'm okay. I'm seeing a counselor. I'm learning to take care of myself. I smiled. I'm proud of you, Mom. She said, I want you to do the same. Don't let this destroy you. I promised her I'd try. Maddie texted me a photo of her and Mom, smiling in their new place. We're getting stronger. You should come visit. I replied, I will. Soon, Eli and I sat on the porch that evening. He handed me a beer. You know you're allowed to be angry, but you're also allowed to let go. I nodded. I want to. I just don't know how. He said, start small. One day at a time. I looked at the stars. I miss how things used to be. Eli said, me too. But you're not alone, Nathan. You never were. I felt a little lighter. A week later, I heard from my father. He left a voicemail. Nathan, I'm sorry I lost everything. I hope someday you can forgive me. I deleted the message. Lily sent another text. I wish I could take it back. I wish I could fix it. I didn't answer. Instead, I called Maddie. Want to get lunch? She sounded happy. Yes, I'd love that. We met at a small cafe. She hugged me tight. I missed you, I smiled. I missed you too. We talked for hours, about school, about Mom, about the future. For the first time, I felt hope. When I got back to Eli's, he grinned. You look better. I nodded. I think I am. He clapped me on the back. Told you, one day at a time. I realized he was right. Karma had done its work. Now it was my turn to heal. I started therapy the next week. Dr. Kim's office was quiet, full of soft light and plants. She smiled as I sat down. What brings you here, Nathan? I took a deep breath. I want to stop feeling broken. I want to move forward. She nodded. That's a good place to start. Tell me about what happened. I told her everything. The wedding, Lily's confession, my father's betrayal, my family falling apart. She listened, never interrupting. When I finished, she said, You've been through a lot. It's okay to grieve. I nodded. I just don't want to be angry forever. She smiled gently. Anger is normal, but it doesn't have to define you. I left her office feeling lighter, like I'd finally let some of the pain out. That afternoon, I called Maddie. How are you? She sounded tired. I'm okay. Some days are harder than others. I said, I'm sorry for everything. I should have protected you. She replied, You did your best. None of this is your fault. I promised to visit soon. At home, Eli was waiting. How was therapy? I shrugged. Hard, but good. He grinned. Proud of you, man. I started looking for a new job. I needed a fresh start. I sent out applications, went to interviews, and finally landed a position at a small tech company. My new coworker, Jenna, showed me around. She smiled. You'll fit in here. Everyone's been through something. I laughed. That's comforting. She nodded. It means you're not alone. I liked her right away. She was kind, patient, and always had a joke ready. One evening, I got a text from Lily. Can we talk? Just once? I stared at the screen, then put my phone away. I didn't reply. Eli noticed. She's still trying. I nodded. Yeah, but I'm done. He smiled. Good. You deserve better. I started running in the mornings, clearing my head. I spent weekends with Maddie and Mom, helping them settle into their new place. Susan was stronger than I'd ever seen her. She said, I'm learning to be happy again. I hugged her. You deserve it. Maddie and I talked late into the night. She cried sometimes, blaming herself. I told her, You're not responsible for Dad's choices. You're my sister. I love you. She smiled through her tears. I love you too. At work, Jenna and I became friends. She invited me to lunch, shared stories about her own family struggles. She said, Pain changes you, but it doesn't have to ruin you. I nodded. I'm starting to believe that. One day, Eli found me on the porch. You look different. I laughed. I feel different. He grinned. You're healing. I realized he was right. I wasn't angry all the time. I wasn't stuck in the past. I was moving forward. That night, I sat on my bed, thinking about everything I'd lost, and everything I'd found. I texted Maddie. We're going to be okay, I promise. She replied, I know. Thanks for not giving up on us. I smiled, feeling hope for the first time in a long time. I was finally ready to let go and start again. A letter arrived in the mail, addressed in Lily's handwriting. I stared at it for a long time before opening it. Inside, her words spilled out. Nathan, I know I don't deserve your forgiveness. I'm sorry for everything. I was lost, scared, and selfish. I ruined the best thing I ever had. I hope you find happiness, even if it's not with me. Lily. I read it twice, then set it on the table. I didn't feel anger, just a strange, quiet sadness. Later, my phone buzzed. It was my father. I let it ring. He left a voicemail. Nathan, I want to see you. I want to explain. Please call me. I deleted the message that evening. I visited Mom and Maddie. Mom was making tea. Maddie sat at the table, flipping through a magazine. Mom smiled. It's good to see you, Nathan. I hugged her. It's good to be here. Maddie looked up. Did you get Lily's letter? I nodded. Yeah, I'm not writing back. Mom poured tea. You don't have to. Forgiveness isn't about them. It's about you. I sat down. I want to let go. I want to move on. Maddie reached for my hand. We're all trying. Some days are easier than others. I squeezed her hand. We'll get there. Mom said, we're stronger than we think. We sat in silence for a while, sipping tea. The house felt peaceful for the first time in months. I realized I was ready to forgive, not for Lily, not for Dad, but for myself. I stood up. I love you both. Mom smiled. We love you too. Maddie hugged me tight. Thank you for not giving up on us. I whispered. Never. That night, I slept without dreams. For the first time, I felt free. I moved into my own apartment, a small place with creaky floors and sunlight in the mornings. It felt empty at first, but it was mine. I hung photos of Mom and Maddie on the wall. I bought a plant and tried not to kill it. Jenna from work texted me. Want to grab dinner tonight? I replied. Sure, I'd like that. We met at a little Italian place. She smiled as I sat down. You look happier. I laughed. I feel lighter. I'm finally moving forward. She nodded. You deserve it. We talked about everything. Work, family, dreams. She told me about her brother, how they'd lost touch but were reconnecting. I told her about Maddie, about Mom, about starting over. After dinner, we walked by the river. She asked, do you ever think about the past? I shrugged. Sometimes, but it doesn't hurt like it used to. She smiled. That's a good sign. I looked at her. I'm glad I met you, Jenna. She blushed. Me too. A few days later, I visited Dad. He looked older, tired. I sat across from him in his small apartment. He said, thank you for coming. I nodded. I needed to say goodbye. He looked down. I'm sorry, Nathan, for everything. I took a deep breath. I know, but I can't carry it anymore. I have to let go. He wiped his eyes. I hope you find happiness. I stood up. I will. I hope you do too. I left feeling lighter, like a weight had finally lifted. That weekend, I visited Mom and Maddie. We cooked dinner, laughed, and watched old movies. Mom hugged me before I left. I'm proud of you, Nathan. I smiled. I'm proud of us. Back at my apartment, Jenna called. Want to come over for movie night? I grinned. I'll bring popcorn. As I walked out the door, I realized I was stronger than I ever thought. And for the first time, I was excited for what came next. A year passed. My life looked nothing like it did before, but I was finally at peace. I woke up early, made coffee, and watched the sun rise through my window. My apartment was filled with little signs of happiness, photos of Mom and Maddie. A plant that was somehow still alive, and Jenna's favorite mug on the counter. Jenna stayed over most weekends now. She'd wake up, stretch, and smile at me. You're up early again. I grinned. Old habits. She poured herself coffee. Big plans today. I nodded. Family brunch. You ready? She laughed. I'm always ready for your mom's pancakes. We drove to Mom's house. Maddie was home from college, full of stories. Mom hugged us both. You two look happy. Jenna squeezed my hand. He makes it easy. Maddie rolled her eyes. Gross. We all laughed. The house felt warm, safe. After brunch, Mom pulled me aside. She said, I'm proud of you, Nathan. You've come so far. I hugged her. I couldn't have done it without you and Maddie. She smiled. You found your way. That's what matters. Later, Jenna and I walked by the park. She stopped, looking at the pond. Do you ever think about the past? I nodded. Sometimes. But it doesn't hurt anymore. I learned a lot. She looked at me like, what? I thought for a moment. That pain doesn't last forever. That family can break and heal. That I'm stronger than I thought. She smiled. I love you, Nathan. I took her hand. I love you too. That night, I sat at my desk and wrote a letter to my younger self. Dear Nathan, you're going to lose things you thought you'd have forever. You'll be betrayed by people you trust, but you'll survive. You'll find new reasons to hope. Don't give up. Future you. I folded the letter and put it in a drawer. Jenna came in, holding 2 mugs. What are you writing? I smiled. Just a letter to myself. A reminder. She sat beside me. You don't need reminders. You're living proof. I kissed her forehead. Thank you for being here. She leaned on my shoulder. Thank you for letting me in. We watched the city lights together, quiet and content. A few weeks later, Maddie called. Guess what? I got the internship. I cheered. That's amazing. I'm so proud of you. She laughed. I couldn't have done it without you. Mom texted a photo of her new garden. She wrote, life keeps growing, even after storms. I replied, so do we. Jenna and I started talking about the future. She asked, do you ever want to get married again? I thought about it. Maybe, but only if it's with you. She smiled. Good answer. We planned a trip together, just the 2 of us. No drama, no secrets, just hope. On the plane, Jenna squeezed my hand. Are you happy? I looked at her. Really looked at her. Yeah, I am. She grinned. Me too. As the plane took off, I closed my eyes and let go of everything that had come before. I realized that life had come full circle. I'd lost so much, but I'd found even more. I was ready for whatever came next. And for the first time, I truly believed I deserved it.